Okay, so I don't know how to explain this, and I can tell that it's going to be a low budget video, but I'm going to do this anyways because I need to find out where has this game gone. Anyways, let me explain what the game is. The game starts where the YouTuber iTown Gameplay, a Spanish YouTuber that plays horror games from Spain, which I think he made the game, and he does play the game as well, or well, he used to until the game was just it disappeared for some reason, and okay, let me. Oh my god, I can't think. But basically the storyline is where you no, it's a granny style game. It's a granny style game, but the storyline is literally where you are an FBI agent. You gotta walk into his house. You gotta sneak around, and then you got to unlock the locked door with a million something like whatever something locks, and basically the storyline is the ending where you gotta get his like VHS tapes and his USBs and stuff, all his electronic stuff that's connected to his computer, because apparently that has snuff filming on it. So the story with iTown Gameplay in this game is where he went through a mental illness and killed a girl, which I think is his wife or his ex or something, which is honestly a relatable issue. So the dude just grabs a chainsaw, then cuts her, but it's all on film, and then he uploads it on the internet. He also hacks computers for some reason. Okay? So, yeah, a bunch of illegal stuff. Okay? I can't think. My god. So, I don't think that this is a real thing, but I mean, people have even made icebergs saying that it was real, but I don't really see any real evidence of it. Okay? And you can pretty much look it all up. But there's even memes of it, and for some reason, the game just disappeared. The game literally just disappeared. It's not on the face of the earth anymore, man. So for some reason, my audio is jumping in and out. Okay, this is literally being made with CapCut. Um, Here's a few things that I want to say as well, right? Was one of my favorite games, and I think it actually had an update before it was disabled. I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know if they're like trying to remake it, and it's taking a long time. This game has been oh my god. Okay, this game has been disabled for like 2 years since 2020. I think 2023. So about 1 year. Okay. And there's a lot that I want to say about it. Okay, like first off, the fact that the weapon is a shotgun in a case in his bedroom. Okay. The thing is that when you do a body shot for some reason, he just lays down and ragdolls, and then it's like temporary, like he's not there. Okay, we all know how the granny games work with weapons, especially. Okay, so, but if you do a direct headshot, a successful headshot, for some reason, it launches them back all the way across the room. Okay? Like, I mean, so far back to where if you're standing in the long hallway of the house in the game, right? He will launch all the way back to the fireplace. You can also shoot the cats for some reason, but they're not ragdoll. They're kind of just animation, and they're kind of ugly. They're kind of like zombie cats, but I think they are made. I think they are based off of the guy's real cats, and the cats are hairless cats, two hairless cats. But like if they was zombified, and all they do is just scratch you and then leave, and then they alert the killer. So there's just okay. So another thing I want to say is that for some reason, if you get the phone, right, the mobile phone, you call up a number, and this guy got a landline phone in the I think in the dining room, and he literally just stabs it, and then you got a piece of paper that's connected to a safe. Okay, that's all within like the gameplay. Yeah, and the good ending is basically where you get in the office, right? You get all these stuff, and you basically are just there. It's a cutscene where you boarded up the door from the inside. He's banging on the door and yelling, and you're running around the room, and then just suddenly you break the window and then walk outside, and then after that it ends with him just standing in the room, looking out of the broken window, and says, in Spanish, it says, "Oh, you will soon regret this." Okay, that's only been one game. Who knows? Maybe the game is making a second chapter. Maybe. Because it says, "You will soon regret this," but there's no addition to the storyline, not even where he gets arrested or if the guy gets killed. So, there's no, like, true ending to it, and there's more so, like, a cliffhanger. And here's another thing. The fact that the death ending in the cutscene is basically where you wake up on the bed in the bedroom. With all that sounds sus, okay? But you wake up, you see a camera right in front of the room. Then you look over to your left. You see the guy just standing there with a chainsaw and it's running. And then he says in Spanish, he says, "Yes, it is time to make another video." Then the camera in the cutscene, or well, the actual, like, what you're seeing is basically the foot of the bed and the chainsaw's running as the guy's screaming, and then that says "Game Over" in Spanish. So it's a Spanish horror game. Okay. This game was a part of my childhood, and for some reason it just disappeared. So even if you try to, like, it's not removed, it's removed from the Play Store, okay? But for some reason, I don't think it's removed from the Apple Store. So who's having an iPhone, you should probably look it up on the Apple Store, right? So, also I got another thing, right? Is the fact that I actually have a phone. It's an Android, okay? They removed it from Play Store for some reason, but I still have a phone with the app, and it just doesn't work, okay? The app doesn't work, and for some reason, it just kind of it just stays loading and doesn't ever load. So, yeah. Another thing that I'm trying to say is that it doesn't even matter if you download the APK file. You just can't do it with an Android, because that's still going to be the same thing with that. And, well, this game has just disappeared. I don't think completely, because from my case, from what I see, is just in form of lost media. And I mean, the only evidence that I can see of it actually still existing, of course, is where it's just on YouTube. It's just on YouTube, and I think I forgot to mention this, but the update that it was, or well, yeah, the update that it was presented with before it was deactivated is where it was an update about the whole new location of the house. You got this whole back end area with like one grave, which I think is the grave of the guy's ex-wife or something. I mean, this, like, you're supposed to dig the grave up, and then you're supposed to grab a femur bone and then put it on the door. That's kind of like when there's an RC core, and you're supposed to go into the basement and then find a key through a wall, and it has a magnet on it. Okay, for some reason the key is just there on the wall with no tape or anything in a secret room that you can't really get into, and you're supposed to unlock a chest in a room next to the dining room, the basement, and the bedroom. And well, there's this chest in that room, and when you open it, you see a goat's head or something. I think it's a goat's head, I think. And you're supposed to put that on the door as well. And then you got this Reezy board in the garage. You're supposed to put it together and then read it. It's randomized, but it shows you the code to the door on a padlock. And I think that's about it. Oh wait, actually in the game room there's there's like a crane, and there's like a crane machine. You're supposed to get dolls out of the crane machine, like 3 dolls. And you're supposed to put at least one of them in this little box connected to the door as well. So oh yeah, I also remembered that you gotta shoot a lock down from the door with the shotgun. So yeah, don't have too much fun with that shotgun shooting him across the whole house. There's also this just weird doll in the theater room where the safe is located. Well, when you walk past that thing, it just laughs. I don't know what else to say about it. It just sits there and laughs. And that's about all for the thing. But here's how you unlock the basement: is that you're supposed to get the core battery, then put it in another room connected to the wall again, upstairs, and it turns on the power to the house and opens the door to the basement. So you're probably confused on what I'm talking about. Okay, I don't know if I should really, like, I'm doing this thing in a rush. I shouldn't be doing this. Okay, but I'm overstressed in general. Here's another thing. There's at least 14 cassette tapes in the house. And I mean, it's literally just where he's talking random, like, it's audio of iTown gameplay, talking random stuff. And I think I do actually remember a few things what he says. I'm not sure about the others, but I think I remember at least 4 or maybe 2. Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. So I'm trying to think, but I remember one of them talking about he was eating food and there was flies in the audio. He was talking about the girl's hair, the eyes, the looks and stuff. Talking about like how he was so obsessed with her, and he later screams, and it's so funny. He says, "Oh my God, this meat is already stale." So there's these little chops of meat hanging around the house. I guess that's what he's talking about. It's like ham or something, like beef. It's like raw, and that's about it. Okay. And then there's this other tape where he's just screaming in traffic and shooting gunshots. I think that's about it. Okay. I do also remember another one where the guy said that he was struggling to feed the cats, and he was also struggling to feed himself, I think. And he's hallucinating. And he starts rambling through the cabinets and stuff and knocking over furniture, screaming, I won't let you take my food away from me." You gotta find these things on the internet, and maybe I should I'm not sure, but I think I should actually just try to rambridge this stuff up and try to put it all in a video. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. I think I should do, right? Just put it all in a video, and I don't know, man. It's 50-50 on if I depend on doing that. I think it's best if I just let y'all watch that in videos that I will link in the description. Okay, how about that? Yeah. Or you can look it up for yourself, man. I mean, it's all on YouTube. Okay, it's not really hard to find. There's still footage on YouTube of the gameplay, and yeah, that's all I got really for the video. And I mean, the most recent post about the game was only 8 months ago, so the game is still known. Okay, but the only footage of it is just the audio of the main menu theme, and I will also link that in the description. So this game is not okay. So yeah, I will actually just screenshot the date of that video, and that's about just it there. Besides that, this game is just sadly just lost media, and I'm trying to, like, what has actually happened to it? Okay, and my question is, will it ever make a return?